Cassidy.
And I'm Conductor Courtney.
And today we're discovering that Jesus' power helps us live forever. Trust Jesus. All right, earlier this week, you might have met our friend Finn. Now, he's a rainbow trout, and he is part of the salmon family. I know, crazy, right? Well, same as the salmon, the rainbow trout go all the way back to where they were born to have their babies. Didn't God make them so amazing?
He sure did.
All right, well, are you ready to do the fish face?
I'm ready.
All right, so we're going to ask you to interact with us and let's do the fish face. And at the same time, we are going to say where we were born and you're going to say where you were born. All right, on the count of three. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Are you ready for today's top starter question of the day?
I know we are.
So the question is, do rainbow trout have teeth? Do they have only top teeth or bottom teeth? Talk with your family and we'll get back to you with the answer. Cassidy, drum roll please. And the answer is, rainbow trout like Finn only have teeth on the roots of their mouth. Imagine that.
We are so thankful to know that when we believe in Jesus, that we get to live with him in heaven forever. Isn't that amazing?
It
well,
sure is.
Today's sciencey gizmo is called the perpetual paper. Perpetual means never ending. Kind of like our story with Jesus. It goes on and on and on. Now is your time to grab your perpetual paper out of your week 4 bag and meet us back here. Now that you have your perpetual paper, hold it out like this to where you will see Ramsey on this side. All right, this reminds me of week 1 of what we learned, which is Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus.
Now, the hard thing that Jesus has helped me with is having faith during my mom's illnesses that she has had.
And growing up, I switched a lot of schools. So Jesus helped me with those moves and meeting new friends. Now it's your turn in this corner right here to draw something hard that Jesus helped you with.
Now's the time to open your perpetual paper like a book. Here you will find Ava, the red-tailed hawk. She reminds us that
Jesus' power gives us hope. Trust Jesus.
Jesus has given me hope when my mom has had her health issues.
Jesus helped me face my own health concerns.
Now, here's the time to write a note thanking Jesus for everything that he has given to you. Now's the time to open your perpetual paper from the top and the bottom. Here you will find Sierra, the mountain lion. She helps us remember that
Jesus' power helps us be bold. Trust Jesus.
A time that I have been bold is here, talking to you guys.
And a time Jesus helped me be bold is telling people about Jesus.
Sierra says to tell a time that you have been bold.
All right, now that you're done with that, we are going to open our perpetual paper like a book, like this. One side and then the other. Now you will see Finn, the trout. This week, he reminds us that Jesus' power helps us live forever. Trust Jesus. All right, heaven. Can you even imagine what heaven is going to look like? Well, in the Bible, it tells us that heaven is made from gold and gems. Isn't that amazing?
Sounds so beautiful.
Right? Well, right here by Finn, you will see a space for you to draw what you think heaven looks like. I drew golden gates and, of course, a sun.
I drew pearls and, of course, the golden gates, too.
Now it's your turn to draw what you think heaven will look like. All right, now remember, no matter which page you open, it can remind us of Jesus' power. We can use the perpetual papers to teach our friends and family that Jesus' love, it never ends. Now it's time for KidVid Cinema.
I'm Isaac and I'm 11 years old. At home I like to, a lot of times I play video games. I have two brothers. One's older than me. He's into acting and singing. My younger brother Elijah, he's 7. My sister's name is Zoe, but she, like a normal 4-year-old toddler, will make messes all the time, paint on the walls.
Isaac also dances.
I started dancing, I think like 2 years ago. My favorite kind of dance is contemporary or lyrical. It's sort of like ballet, but it's a little more free. I always felt like when I was dancing, I wasn't really stressed about anything or worried. Sort of forget about anything else that is bothering you.
Isaac had another brother named Joel.
Joel was 2 years younger than I am. He was always really happy and joyful. When he was 1, he was diagnosed with brain cancer.
Cancer is a disease that most kids do not have or get.
He had to do some crazy thing to get rid of it, and it was gone for a year. But then it came back and they said he only had a few months to live, but then he lived 5 more years.
Sadly, Isaac's little brother Joel died.
One of the things I remember a lot about him is he always had that like little giggle. He always loved knocking cup towers down. So he'd make one that was like maybe double the size of him, and he'd run into it and it would come down and he'd laugh so hard. A lot of times we'd take him to this farm. It was like a petting zoo in some places, and you could feed the animals. I have this one memory of Joel. He was feeding the goats, so we give him the bag to reach in and give to the goats, but then he just gives the bag to the goats, and the goat devours the whole thing. Joel always loved animals. One time he got to ride a pony and he was so happy. He loved it.
Isaac misses his brother Joel. Joel loved Jesus and believed in him too.
A lot of times I feel sort of like I miss him and pretty sad, but I'm glad that he's in heaven and he can do so many things that I can't even do right now. Dancing always like cheers me up because it makes me think about God and how he's with Joel and he is amazing.
Isaac knows that because of Jesus, he will be able to see his brother again in heaven.
I sort of look forward to hearing his giggle, and I look forward to running up to him and giving him a grand old hug.
In the Bible, the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 11 says, "The Spirit of God who raised Jesus from the dead lives in you."
I feel like that verse makes me feel like sort of hopeful that we can share the power of God and the Holy Spirit with the whole world, and that one day we can all know Jesus and God and praise and worship together. Even if we die, we still get to live forever in heaven with God, and Jesus' power is letting you live forever.
Jesus' power lets us live forever.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all, you're all, you're